Hello, Hofstra fans, and welcome to the W. Mason Coach Report with head men's basketball coach Speedy Claxton. Coach, how are you?
Good, Stephen. How are you?
I'm good because we have a little string of home games coming up, and I'm sure you feel even better about that. 3 straight home games, starting with Thursday's game against Towson. We'll get up into that in a moment, but let's recap the week that was. 1-1 road trip to Charleston and Wilmington. Your thoughts on the week that was?
Yeah, that was a successful weekend. Whenever you have two road games and you get split, that's a good weekend for you. This is a tough conference, and it's tough to win road games. So going into Charleston and Wilmington, we got one of them. Probably could have had both, but overall, a successful weekend for us.
Let's go back to the Charleston game. I think I used the term virtuoso performance. It was one of the most amazing second halves I've seen in quite some time. Aaron Estrada with 30 points, 23 in the second half. Hofstra's final 15 points. When was the last time you saw a performance like that where he literally put the team on his back?
You know what? Probably in that same gym, Justin Wright Foreman had a really good game. Him and Grant Rill was going back and forth, and it was kind of like you kind of had memories of that game. But Estrada was unbelievable down the stretch, and at the time while it was going on, I had no idea. It wasn't only until after the game, everybody was saying that he scored the last 15 points. I was like, oh wow! And then when you think back, like, yeah, come to think of it, no one else really scored.
Yeah, and you jumped out to a big lead in the game in a hostile environment, and frankly, both games this weekend were in very tough environments.
Yeah.
With your quirky starting lineup, what I think I asked you that after the game. Like, what has worked so well with this starting lineup? Is it how they're able to flow on offense, or is it really, I think you said, keyed by their defense?
No, it's more keys by their defense. Omar's a really good defender, and Caleb Burgess is a really good defender. So I think that's what's been getting us off to good starts, and I think that's what won us the Charleston game, and that kind of kept us in the Wilmington game, is that we were able to get off to some big leads. It was tough environments, and whenever you're in an environment like that, you got to expect that the home team is going to make some kind of run at some point. So it's crucial to get off to a good start. We were able to get off to 2 good starts both days.
Estrada's incredible game did overshadow another strong performance as D Stone had 17 in the game.
Yeah.
Really good first half, kind of kept you guys ahead. What allowed him to be so successful?
He took advantage of his size down low. D Stone's been coming along, and he's been improving game by game. And I think we've been going to him more and more. And he's been producing. He started off the game at Charleston great. We always, it's funny because the first play of every game, we try to get him going because we know how valuable he is to us. And usually when he has a good game, it usually results in a win for us. So we try to get him off to good starts. And then in that Wilmington game, they were switching. So we try to get him in some advantageous positions and put him down low and have him score. So we try to get some of their smaller guards onto him and post him up. And I thought he was going to bring it home for us.
So you follow the Charleston game, you win 76-73, and then you head to Wilmington, close 78-72 loss. Again, you got out to a really strong lead in the game. What did you think overall from that game and looking back?
I think we lost it on a defensive end. Too many times we allowed their guys to drive us with, little to zero resistance. And if we want to be a good team, we got to do a better job of on-the-ball defense. And we will. We're more than capable of doing that. And it's just something that we have to work on, and we're getting better at.
Speedy, on the CA teleconference yesterday, you were actually asked about your thoughts on the Hofstra Delaware rivalry and how you think about it, judging back from your playing days here, because they were That was a big rivalry. And it kind of, I think, it thought about it a few times since the Wilmington game. The Hofstra UNCW series has kind of developed into the big time rivalry, not only in the league, but for Hofstra specifically. Do you get that same feeling having been around here so long?
I do, man. It seems like every time we go down to Wilmington, it's a really, really good game, fun environment, and we've been having some battles with them. So, that rivalry is definitely starting to brew, and with both of us being good, I can only see that being a really, really good game in the future.
And Aaron had another strong game against Wilmington, 17 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, got Met Basketball Player of the Week award. And now you head into a week where you'll have 3 games in 5 days, the start of a string with 6 games in 13 days. Speedy, I think we'll talk to you on February 16th when you can breathe again, right?
Yeah, man, we got a tough stretch coming here. But, the good thing is we're home a lot. And we've been a really good home team, and hopefully that continues. But we'll try to get these guys some rest as much as we can, but we also got to get them prepared to play and get some wins.
And the first 3 games of this, as you mentioned, are at home. Towson Thursday, James Madison Saturday, and UNC Wilmington Monday. 3 of the better teams in the league, including you. What are your thoughts going into this week? And, 3 really good games ahead.
Yeah, 3 really good games. We've lost to two of these opponents, so definitely payback week for us. And, James, you're a quality opponent. They just had a major injury to one of their starters, but we know that they're going to be ready. So this is a very, very important week for us. We feel like if we get all 3 of these games, it really puts us in a good position to finish up strong.
And Speedy, Saturday is Hofstra homecoming. Obviously it'd be great to see a lot of the alumni back at the game and Hofstra fans at the game. Should be a great crowd, and I'm sure you're excited about this weekend's festivities.
Oh yeah, super excited. Hopefully it is a good crowd. I believe it will be. It'll be good to see a couple of alumni coming back. I know one guy in particular I've spoken to, Wanye Green, said that he'll be here. So it'll be good to see. Yeah, haven't seen him since he left here, and all the other alumni that will be back.
And then Thursday, in terms of TV, Thursday's on SNY, and then Monday you have a national TV appearance, the rematch versus Wilmington, which should be a great game on CBS Sports Network.
Yeah, looking forward to both of those games. Anytime that we get on TV and represent the brand is a good opportunity for us.
Well, Coach Claxton, we wish you good luck this week, and we'll talk to you again next week.
Thanks. See you soon, Steve.
And thank you for joining us on the W. Mason Coach Report with head men's basketball coach, Speedy Claxton.